Happy New Year and welcome to another monthly edition of Corps Connection. It's the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers monthly vlog where we keep you up to date on what your Corps of Engineers is doing for our servicemen and women around the globe and for the communities across our nation. I'm Patrick Bloodgood, your host, and this is Corps Connection. We start the new year off looking back in time as the Savannah District continues to search for Civil War relics located under the water in the Savannah River. Last month, they highlighted the discovery of some cannons. This month, we return to Georgia to see what more they have found.
Hi, I'm Will Wilson. I'm an archaeologist with Commonwealth Heritage Group, currently managing an important project here in Savannah for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. We're studying relics of the Civil War hidden beneath the waters of the Savannah River. Following Union victories early in the war, Savannah's Confederate defenders needed to block the Savannah River so the U.S. Navy vessels could not steam up and attack the city. To accomplish this goal, Confederate engineers built rows of what they called cribs, essentially big, tall wooden boxes filled with bricks and rocks, which the Confederates towed out into the river and sank just below the surface. These obstructions made it impossible for any Union forces to reach Savannah, and even now, more than 150 years later, a few of the Confederate cribs remain in the murky waters of the Savannah River. This month, archaeological divers from Commonwealth Heritage Group, contracted by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, are conducting a detailed survey of 4 of the surviving cribs. Our field work began in early October with a sonar sweep of the submerged structures.
And hold for a bubble check when you're down.
Now we are plunging into the cold, dark waters on every slack tide to make detailed physical examinations. Working from the research vessel Parker, our team includes archaeological hard hat divers as well as a professional support team on the surface.
You're okay, Andy?
Yes, sounds good. I can hear you loud and clear.
We use a real-time video connection and an audio link to communicate with the diver working below.
Oh yeah, I can see it pretty clearly. How far out ahead is it?
The sonar map from October helps us guide the divers to the right spot on the bottom, and a pump on the boat pushes a jet of high-powered water so the divers can clear away sediments and expose the wooden structures they conceal.
No one has touched this in at least over 150 years. So.
That wall broke off, and what we're seeing, what we thought was planned view, like, you know, we're seeing it as it was, is actually, it's fallen over 90 degrees.
When we're finished, the information we have painstakingly collected for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will answer questions about how the obstructions were constructed and reveal new details about this hidden aspect of Savannah Civil War history.
From under the surface to the Gulf Coast, we travel a little further west to the great state of Texas, where our Galveston District is reusing dredged sand from local navigation channels and placing it along the beach in Galveston.
Yeah, so I've been with the Corps here in Galveston District since 2018. Started off out at Addix and Barker as a natural resource specialist, and then came over to our navigation branch back in October. So been working in our navigation business line since October. It's actually a year later this week. Here at Babes Beach, we're partnering with the Texas General Land Office, the City of Galveston, and Babes Beach to bring the dredge material, so using the beneficial use of dredge material here onto Babes Beach. And so this is a smaller project of a larger U-Safe dredging project where we're actually dredging the Galveston entrance channel and also the Houston ship channel to provide a safe, reliable, efficient, and environmentally sustainable waterborne transportation system for the movement of commerce, national security needs, and recreation. And so this project, it allows us to use material that would otherwise go offshore. We get to come and place it right here on the beach to provide for recreation for the residents and the visitors of Galveston Island, also for protection of the seawall and recreation. I would say my favorite part is really getting to work with our non-federal sponsors and our community members. It really sheds light to what we get to do and the benefits that our projects bring to not only the local communities but also to the nation. When you get to do projects like this, you get to see firsthand, get to walk out. I mean, the beach we're standing on right now is dredged material from the Galveston Entrance Channel and the Houston Ship Channel. And with the Houston Ship Channel being the #1 port in the nation, you really get to see the impacts of being able to keep that channel clear and getting industry coming in and out, and being able to provide that for the local businesses and some of the big, national organizations that use that channel on a daily basis. Specific type of job, we use a specific type of equipment, which is what they call a hopper dredge. And so that hopper dredge is equipped with a trailing suction arm, and so it will go to the section of the channel that needs to be dredged. It has this trailing suction arm, kind of think of like a vacuum attached to it, and it will go and it will make swaths across the channel, suck that material up, and when it sucks that material up, it actually holds it within the ship itself, within the hull. So the process starts as it fills up, it gets that dredge material, and then since it's a sailing vessel, it will actually sail to the pump out location, which is about 2 to 3 miles offshore. It then hooks up to pipe, the dredge pipeline that you see in the background, and then takes that material, it refluidizes it with seawater, and actually pumps that material through the pipe onto the beach. And so once it gets onto the beach, the contractor has earth moving equipment to be able to move that pipeline around to place the material in the locations that it needs to, and then they also have additional earth movement equipment that once that material is landed onto the beach, they can then use bulldozers or other such equipment to move that material around and make it to where it matches what the design was for in the plans and specifications. This is our third iteration of the beach nourishment project, the first being in 2015 when we placed somewhere around 600,000 cubic yards onto the beach. The next project was in 2019, we were around the 450,000 range, and right now the project is still ongoing, and we placed just a little over 420,000 cubic yards material onto the beach, and we've renourished about 1.75 miles.
Moving from navigation and coastline projects to how USA supports our military. The New York District is supporting the Army Reserves with renovating facilities at the Caven Point U.S. Army Reserve Center in New Jersey.
We're at the corner of Caven Point Road and Chapel Avenue, right by the New Jersey Turnpike, right across the harbor from New York City. The 99th Army Reserve Unit decided that this is a really critical geographical area that they need to maintain a reserve center in, and that's why we're doing this project. It's a full renovation, full demolition and complete renovation of the project. This is a Louisville contract for starters. They designed it and awarded it, and the New York District is administering the contract, doing contract admin and quality assurance. This facility for the Army Reserve 99th Unit will have administration facilities, it will have a mess hall, it will have a training facility, and it'll also have physical fitness facility, which will include showers and changing rooms. Right now, we're installing the mechanical, the heating system, we're installing the plumbing system, we're installing additional structures. There are some small additions to the project. We're installing an elevator. Right now, we're doing the foundation for the elevator. We're also doing the roof. Once the roof is on and we have windows, we can start doing the interior finishes. Right now, the contract was awarded at $23.5 million, and we have $250,000 in change orders to the project so far.
USACE's support to our military stretches far beyond our borders in the United States. Our Europe District is tasked with providing state-of-the-art facilities for service members and their families in multiple nations across Europe. And they're hiring. The district's Southern Europe Area Office gives us this overview on their wide-ranging portfolio.
So we're responsible for a massive amount of construction across a large geographic area, spanning roughly about 2,800 miles, so almost the width of the United States. And we cover 7 different countries, and we have 12 offices located across that geographic area. And we have a very diversified mission to be able to deliver construction to a variety of different partners, from Tbilisi, the Republic of Georgia, all the way to the United States Air Force and the United States Army across these different countries, to include also our host nation partners. But I would say, out of all my experience over the last 25 years, the work here in Southern Europe is the most diverse. It's the most diverse, therefore it's the most exciting, it's the most rewarding. We definitely need people here.
This concludes another episode of Core Connection. We hope 2022 treats you well, and we will be back next month to deliver another update on what your USACE is doing. Until then, I'm Patrick Bloodgood, and this has been Core Connection.